It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Stephon Diggs. He wouldn't mind a repeat of last week's performance, over 190 yards receiving. It's the Eagles and the Cowboys on Sunday Night Primetime.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our visitors coming into play here. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Cowboys taking the field on offense, and for a 7th season, it's Dak Prescott who brings them out.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Prescott looks to throw right away. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
And there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Prescott. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The numbers for Hill a week ago. 9 catches, 97 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw taken in by Cooper here. 3rd and inches, and they got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw, Prescott. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. From the 45 on 2nd down, Prescott. It's caught, Cooper. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now Prescott. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4. Williams going to get it again on second down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First down, Prescott. That is caught by Thielen. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by the former 3rd-round pick, now in his 11th NFL season, and that's Russell Wilson.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
On first down, Wilson. And that's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
18 yards the gain for number 18. Throwing again here, Wilson. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. The numbers for Diggs from a week ago. I asked him before the game, did you know that you were close to 200 last week? He said, oh, yeah, I knew I was right on the doorstep, just short of it, but a touchdown as well. Heck of a game.
I like that he was honest with you because they always know. They keep track in their head. They understand their yardage. But how'd you like to be the defense this week? This was a week of open field tackling practice because you know he's going to get his catches. The key is to limit him after the catch, put him on the ground.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. The Eagles in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. There's Wilson to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. Give him 18 on the play.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against him a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll try the right side here with Davis, and he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. Their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We got you. Now they got 1st and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go ahead and put it in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. 2nd down and goal. Wilson. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Ian Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. 2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 48. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
He's got a man complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Seven, our score after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. Now the ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think they should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Tyreek Hill from 3 yards out. And the Cowboys go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Bass on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit, or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point, and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Now Wilson. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they got the victory last week against the Rams, so some good momentum as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Murray going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Here's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This one caught by Ridley. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They go play action with Wilson. He's got the hook up with Diggs. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Stephon Diggs, 49 yards. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Lambo to add on the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. The offense on 3rd down tonight. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on third down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Prescott gets this one to Hill. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
I like the fact that they didn't really complicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys are able to extend their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Javonte Williams who capped it all off with a touchdown reception. This take it in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs. They have
looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him?
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, you know, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him, and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
And I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott, Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson being chased out left. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. Wilson. And that is incomplete. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now Wilson on first down. Got his man. It's Williams. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A first down carry for Davis. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
He was brought down by Campbell Fuller. A gain of 2.
To throw is Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas. And it's third down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 33. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he's been able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here of the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
And Hill with it over the middle. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double and triple him. Do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to gallop the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Wilson's throw complete there to Thomas. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. On 2nd down, Davis. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Davis, he'll try to run for it. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that'll be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And this one is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Wilson. And Diggs has it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time on the catch and run. 36 yards. Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Play action. It's Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards.
All right, say it with me now. There are a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep.
Wiley? Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So as the medical staff takes step aside. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. The kick by Lambeau is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. From the 17, Prescott. They complete it to Hill. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
Prescott. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Ross on the return. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Ian Thomas, his second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in for the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. On second down and 4, Prescott. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. To throw is Prescott. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Now here's Ross. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there? You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They go play action now. Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 30 on second down, Prescott. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. But he lost 6 there on the first down play. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can get yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. Now Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 16. He'll drop this down to Williams. And this effort won't a couple of yards short.
Foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll work this down inside the 30. The busy night continues for Williams. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on 3rd down. He is going to find Hill here, and he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Cowboys.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Prescott to throw it. Touchdown! Cole Kmet from 3 yards out. And the Cowboys have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Well, he is such a matchup nightmare down near the goal line, CD, and another example right there on that play for the touchdown.
It's borderline impossible to defend this guy because that kind of size, he can still get out and run a crisp route, and he has excellent hands. Even if you stick with him, all the quarterback has to do is lob it up, and he can win almost any jump ball.
An extra point by Bass, up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And out come the Eagles. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. On 1st down, Wilson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
When you get as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Williams. And they're going to get this up to midfield. With that pass, CD's now over 400 yards in the game. And even in a pass-first league, that is still a tough benchmark to hit.
And all week leading up to this one, all we read, heard about was the confidence he had that he could put up big numbers. Kudos to him for coming out here with that belief in himself and for making it happen.
Open is Swaim, the tight end. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Davis running right. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run it again here with Davis, and he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Brandon, what on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle to Davis. That play over before it got anywhere thanks to Christian Wilkins. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Now it's Wilson. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Now a stoppage for an injured player. A lot of people holding their breath on this one right now. That's Stephon Diggs, who is shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. On 2nd and 9. Wilson got his tight end. That's complete. It's Thomas.
Wilson's pass complete to Ian Thomas.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. This is caught. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Davis. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Davis again. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Mike Davis. A touchdown run there for the yard out. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Lambo on for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Prescott off play action. It's Hill, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. That's a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. To throw, Prescott. Open man, once again it's Thielen. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I'm starting to wonder here, are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield. I think they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The Eagles going to take the 1st of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll get it. 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8 here. 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 2 Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on third down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Bass is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So Russell Wilson in the offense, down by a field goal, a minute 15 remaining. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Throwing now is Wilson. And that's caught by Williams. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. J.C. Jackson there defensively to knock it away. Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Holding. Offense.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Dallas, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.